Antarctica. The coldest, driest, and most isolated place on Earth. A continent so vast, yet so restricted. Unlike anywhere else on the planet, Antarctica has no native population, no independent travelers, and access is highly controlled. But why? Some believe it hides ancient civilizations, classified military projects, or resources so valuable, world powers agreed to keep them secret. Let's explore some of the most intriguing theories about what might really be happening there. Antarctica is not what they say it is. For decades, we've been told that Antarctica is just a vast, frozen wasteland, completely inhospitable and uninhabitable. But what if that's not the full truth? What if the continent hides something so profound that it has been systematically kept secret from the world? A lost civilization buried beneath the ice? One of the most controversial theories suggests that Antarctica was once home to an advanced, pre-Ice Age civilization. How is this possible? Some believe that thousands of years ago, before a cataclysmic event, an intelligent society may have lived on Antarctica's lands, only for their knowledge to be lost beneath the ice. One of the strongest pieces of evidence cited for this theory is the Piri Reis map from 1513, which mysteriously depicts what appears to be an ice-free Antarctica with a highly detailed coastline. Mainstream historians claim that this is just a coincidence, but others believe it could be evidence of long-lost knowledge that modern history refuses to acknowledge. If the map is accurate, it suggests that someone had knowledge of Antarctica's true shape before it was officially discovered in 1820. Could this knowledge have been passed down from an ancient civilization that existed before the last ice age? Antarctica's deepest secrets. Scientific research has confirmed that millions of years ago, Antarctica was warm and lush, covered in forests, rivers, and even thriving ecosystems. Fossilized plants and trees have been discovered beneath the ice, proving that Antarctica was once a fertile land. But what else could be buried beneath the miles-thick ice? Some leaked reports suggest that certain radar scans have detected anomalous structures deep beneath the ice, structures that some claim could be remnants of a lost civilization. While mainstream science argues that Antarctica has been frozen for over 30 million years, others question whether history is hiding something far greater. The Nazi secret base, Neuschwabenland, the hidden Antarctic mission. During World War II, Nazi Germany launched an expedition to Antarctica, claiming a large section of land known as Neuschwabenland, New Swabia. Officially, it was for research and territorial expansion. But many believe there was a far more secretive reason for their interest in the frozen continent. Declassified wartime documents confirm that Nazi Germany had a strategic interest in Antarctica, sending multiple expeditions in the late 1930s. The official reason? Mapping and exploring the land. But some believe this was just a cover story for something much bigger. Why were Nazi U-boats spotted near Antarctica after World War II? In 1943, Grand Admiral Karl Donitz, commander of the German Navy, reportedly made a cryptic statement: Germany's submarine fleet has built for the Führer an impregnable fortress at the other end of the world. Could he have been referring to an underground Antarctic base? One of the most puzzling aspects of this theory is that German U-boats continued to be seen near Antarctica even after the war ended in 1945. In particular, U-530 and U-977 mysteriously surrendered to Argentine authorities months after the war ended. These submarines took unusual routes, leading some to speculate that they made a final mission to Antarctica before surrendering. Some reports suggest that high-ranking Nazi officials could have used secret Antarctic bases as escape routes. Operation Highjump. What were the Americans looking for? Just a year after World War II ended, the United States launched the largest military operation ever conducted in Antarctica. Operation Highjump, 1946. Officially, the mission was to train personnel and test cold weather equipment. However, skeptics question why such an enormous military force was needed, including 4,700 troops, battleships and aircraft carriers, state-of-the-art weaponry. Some theorists believe that the true goal of the operation was to hunt down surviving Nazi forces or uncover hidden technology left behind. But what makes this even more suspicious is that Operation Highjump was abruptly ended months ahead of schedule, raising questions about what the U.S. forces encountered in Antarctica that forced them to leave so suddenly. The mystery of the Antarctic Treaty. Antarctica is the only continent on Earth where no country can claim land, exploit resources, or establish military bases. But why? What makes Antarctica so different from the rest of the world? Some believe the answer lies in a global agreement that hides more than it reveals. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed by 12 countries, including the United States, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom. Today, over 50 nations have agreed to uphold it. Officially, the treaty's purpose is to preserve Antarctica for peaceful scientific research. However, some theorists question why world powers, who normally compete for land and resources, so easily agreed to leave Antarctica untouched. Unlike any other place on Earth, Antarctica is strictly off-limits for military activity and commercial exploitation. The treaty states that no military bases or operations are allowed, no mining for valuable resources, no unauthorized private exploration beyond research stations. But why would global powers voluntarily ignore a continent that could hold vast untapped resources? Some suspect that the treaty is in place not to protect Antarctica, but to protect whatever is hidden there. Geological studies suggest that Antarctica could hold massive deposits of oil, natural gas, and rare minerals. Some believe that these resources are so valuable that world governments made an agreement to keep them off limits to prevent conflict or monopolization. But is that the real reason? Satellite images have shown areas of Antarctica being censored or blurred in public satellite databases, raising suspicions. There are also reports of aircraft and expeditions being turned away from certain areas by unidentified military forces. Could there be secret research facilities or classified sites that are hidden from the public? Several independent explorers have tried to venture deep into Antarctica, only to mysteriously disappear or be forced to turn back. One of the most famous cases is that of Emery Smith, a researcher who claimed to have worked on classified Antarctic projects involving unknown biological specimens. He later disappeared from the public eye, leading to speculation that he was silenced. The Antarctic Treaty is often praised as a remarkable international agreement, but others question what it is truly protecting. Is it simply a peaceful scientific pact, or a global effort to conceal something far more significant? Could there be an ancient civilization under the ice? For centuries, Antarctica has been portrayed as a barren, frozen wasteland. But what if it wasn't always covered in ice? What if, buried beneath miles of frozen terrain, there are remnants of a lost civilization, one that predates recorded history? In recent years, satellite images have revealed strange pyramid-like structures buried under Antarctica's ice. While mainstream scientists claim these are just natural rock formations, others argue that their perfect geometric symmetry is too precise to be a coincidence. In 2016, Google Earth captured what appears to be a massive three-sided pyramid deep within the Antarctic continent. Multiple similar formations have been spotted, aligning in patterns that mimic ancient Egyptian pyramids. If these are truly artificial structures, it suggests that Antarctica was once home to a highly advanced society. Could it be possible that an ancient civilization built these structures thousands of years ago, before Antarctica was buried in ice? If so, why has no excavation ever been conducted to verify their origins? In 2006, NASA satellites detected a strange gravitational anomaly beneath Antarctica's Wilkes Land region. Scientists initially suggested it could be the impact site of an ancient asteroid. However, some theorists believe this anomaly could be something far more shocking. A buried megastructure, possibly the ruins of an ancient city. If there is an unknown structure beneath Antarctica, why has there been no attempt to drill into the ice and investigate? Some believe that governments already know what is there and are keeping it hidden. Could Antarctica be the lost continent of Atlantis? Throughout history, myths and legends speak of a great civilization that existed before a global catastrophe. Some researchers have drawn connections between Antarctica and Atlantis, the legendary lost city described by Plato. Some theories suggest that Antarctica was once a thriving landmass with an advanced society before a sudden pole shift or massive climate disaster buried it under ice. Ancient texts from multiple civilizations describe a great flood or cataclysm that wiped out entire societies. Could this be a reference to what happened in Antarctica? If an advanced civilization once thrived there, it would mean that human history is far older and more complex than we've been led to believe. If proof of a lost civilization beneath Antarctica were revealed, it could challenge mainstream history, archaeology, and our understanding of early human development. Some theorists suggest that governments and academic institutions suppress such discoveries to maintain existing historical narratives. If true, this would be one of the greatest historical revelations of all time. But for now, Antarctica's icy depths continue to guard their secrets, perhaps forever.